what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, aka Rickshaw, and I got two jackasses with me today, and we're gonna do some MCU X-Men casting. Just riff on it, you know what I mean? Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi, I'm Juan.
Mikey.
Corona Watch. The coronavirus has taken its toll on all of us.
This is our special coronavirus episode.
I've lost shifts at work already. I've lost a bunch of interviews. Dance Gavin Dance. Had some Dance Gavin Dance interviews. I've had some Veil of Maya interviews.
Oh, it sucks.
I had a Royal Coda interview. I had, what was it?
Ouch.
One more. Thy Art is Murder. I had a Thy Art is Murder interview. All of them gone.
Poof.
Thanks, coronavirus.
We're under a state of emergency, and we're still working hard to bring you the news
That matters.
that nobody cares about. Because a lot of the casting's been kind of shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's
For
be
what?
honest. For X-Men, period.
Oh, for X-Men period, yeah.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
It's like they tried to get big stars and then put them places. You know what I mean?
I mean, but were they big stars? Like, okay, let's start with the first X-Men movie. Were any of those, other than
Hugh Jackman was
Halle
kind
Berry?
Well, and Hugh Jackman was kind of a star by that point, wasn't he? He wasn't as big as he
I guess
got,
Patrick
but-
Stewart,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Ian
like,
McKellen.
and Ian McKellen, yeah.
Can't say that.
right. And what about like James Marsden?
Was he a big star though?
He was like pretty.
He was up and coming.
Yeah, he was up and coming. I mean, even the girl that played Jean, Halle Berry, like they were all like
Famke Jensen,
they were all
Jean.
names.
Yeah.
At least, you know what I mean.
I suppose.
Like who was J-Law before? You know, like before the first X-Men movie.
Oh,
or
she won an
whatever.
Oscar before that, my man.
She did.
Yeah. She was pretty
Oh.
big.
Oh, well, I didn't know who the fucking bitch was.
Yeah. I was surprised when she took the role, honestly. Because,
Really?
like, yeah, she'd won an Oscar. I'm like, oh, okay.
The guy who played Beast was just like that guy, that British actor from
I don't know who that
Skins.
See, I don't remember that. I don't know.
You know what was a good casting though? Out of all the movies, the first like three,
What?
Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah,
as Beast.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that
was
is a-
spot
That was
on.
fucking on point.
I agree. And Patrick Stewart and
Yeah, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen were great.
Yeah.
they were. I do think that they should have done
Patrick Stewart, without a doubt, though.
a younger. I think they should have done a younger version. I think that the what they did to the last one was spot on with Michael Fassbender and
James McAvoy.
Yeah.
yeah, great. That was some great casting right there. I think they both pulled it off really, really well.
Right. And like it's like there was good choices every now and then. You know what I mean? It's like they were using their head more for like first class when
Exactly.
putting together who might do things. I mean, but still those two picks were like done well the first time.
Exactly.
It's just hard to talk about those movies, you know? It's like
It is because
it's
I
like
want to like
whenever
them.
it's like if you have someone that got murdered in your family and you're like it's like I want to talk about it, but I don't want to get into it that much. It hurts.
And like
me,
not even
you know?
that, not even where they murdered.
I was
They're-
wondering where you were going with that. I was
Right.
like, what is he? Oh, okay.
It's like I could talk about it all day, but it hurts.
but they got murdered because like they're a piece of shit.
Right.
You know, but you still love
Exactly.
'em.
Right. Yeah. You're like,
But like they had it coming.
he wore a bandana to the C Mart, and he had a gun with no bullets,
And they tried to rob it.
and the guy at the counter had a real gun.
And they shot him.
Right. He's dead now.
Don't want to talk about it.
the fuck is happening?
God rest his soul.
We're
not real.
describing like if that was our friend, that's
Right.
what it feels like to talk about these X-Men movies.
Did we lose you?
It's just like that.
Yeah,
Exactly
because it
like
got
that.
real fucking
Here,
stupid.
boy. Here, boy.
Don't
You're
make me-
losing the conversation.
Don't make me get up from this table.
You just did a list.
Yeah.
You want to start?
You know, I was just thinking
Let's
about.
just start.
It would be funny if he just copied your list.
No, I didn't look at your list.
So let's start with the top. Let's
You
go
start
to
with
the
your
very
list. You
top.
go your top. You go.
Let's go, Professor Xavier. Who is your pick?
Mine is the same dude. I mean, you can't do that. But I think he was good. I don't know. I
Who?
can't think of anything better.
James McAvoy?
James McAvoy, yeah. He did a really
But they
good job.
can't do that.
I know they can't. I can't think of anybody better, though. Like, who would be better?
The only person that I can think of was that Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. What's his name?
He was
Okay,
in,
okay.
He was in the Kingsman movies. He was like the mentor, the bald guy.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
He was also the bad guy in Shazam.
React.
Do you like Mark Strong?
Yeah, I like that's a good pick.
I agree.
Do you have another pick instead?
I can't think of anybody honestly that like I was trying to think of bald actors,
Right.
and all I got is like Mark Strong, Vin Diesel,
As Professor Xavier. Call me Wheels.
Jason Statham, or like The Rock.
Right. The Rock as Professor Xavier. Oh my God. To me, my X-Men.
Goddamn.
Oh man,
Dude.
you know they can
sick.
like shave their heads.
I know. I can't. It's hard for me to think of anybody that I could picture in that role
I
for
really
some
think
reason.
James McAvoy did such a good job. It's hard for me to just pick up somebody else.
He's not going to be Professor Xavier.
I know he's not going to
They're
be.
not going to want.
And I don't want him to be either. But I just
Right.
I'm trying to think of somebody that could
Right.
pick it up. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I can't really pick a name. Next on your list.
Let's go. Next on the list, we'll have to do Magneto.
You're gonna hate
Because
me.
he's at the top. You know what's up?
No, did I put?
I think I like the idea of like a silver fox buff dude.
I do too. The guy from Avatar.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah,
That's
Stephen
what I
Lang.
was thinking too.
Yeah.
Since he didn't get the role as Cable, put him in as Magneto. goddammit.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I could dig that.
I thought Nicolaj.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, from
Yeah.
Game of
I
Thrones.
can't say his last
Nicolaj
name.
Coster.
Like something Waldo. Nicolaj Coster Waldo.
Something like that. I think he
That
would
could
be
work, too.
badass. He's got the long, gray.
Is it Gray?
Well, I mean, in Game of Thrones, he started having like,
You can just dye his hair, man.
He started going silver fox with it.
yeah,
Okay.
And that's not hard to do. You can just hair dye. It's a thing
Right.
that exists.
yeah, they do that. They can make people look different. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how they do that stuff. All right. I'm
This
down with
motherfucker.
that.
Hey, hang on a minute.
I'm trying to think
I
of
gotta
somebody
choke Mike
else.
out.
But how are they gonna do? Like, here's the thing too: is like now we're in fucking 2020. Do you think they're gonna keep Magneto as like a Holocaust survivor? Like, because that doesn't. It's like it doesn't line up, but then you kind of need that. So
Yeah, I don't know
No.
what else could he be.
Bosnia, Serbia, that was a genocide. Anywhere there's a genocide, you can kind of put that in there. I mean, that was
Okay.
what, back in 95, 94, something like that? 92. 90 something, man. I'm just going to keep saying 90s until I'm right.
It was in the 90s at some point. There
Yeah.
we go. We'll leave
Right.
it at that.
Well, we could do that. I mean, that was a genocide. People doing that. Hell, Syria could
Yeah.
do that. There's a lot of things we could do with that. Syria's a little too recent, I think. But if we're going to do the grizzled, but I think if we're doing grizzled, maybe like a teenager in Bosnia, going up to now, that's believable.
like he's
He
in like
has that
every
power.
story. He's either the bad guy or the good guy in every story. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, now I'm an X-Man. Now I fucked everyone over again.
Yeah.
Now I'm an X-Men.
Like,
The crazy part is how many times they've trusted him.
You know, they're kind of dumb for that.
I mean, he is like family, kind of. To be honest,
Yeah.
he is. What's up?
Nothing. I just was thinking. I looked over and glanced at your Juggernaut figure, and I was like, "Who would make a good Juggernaut?"
I think I have somebody here.
And I think I figured it out.
Who?
Half-Thor Bjornsson, the guy that played the Mountain,
The
is
Mountain.
the perfect fucking shape and build for that.
Yeah.
The height is right. That dude is a fucking
You know what,
beast.
though? I'd
They still
rather...
have to pump him up a little.
I'd
You
rather...
think so?
Yeah.
No, they could put a suit on him because he's wearing a suit, but I'd rather him be Colossus.
I don't think he's got the right. I always picture. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could work for that too.
You could
but-
just CG Colossus, but I'd rather it be a person. But you mean CG, and you could do it. They did it really well in Deadpool.
Yeah.
So at that point, you just got to pick the person that's going to play him.
You know who I think would be a good Colossus, as I has on my list?
Who?
John Cena. He'd be a fucking badass fucking Colossus.
He's just not tall enough. But like I said, they got movie
Yeah.
magic.
He's like, do you think he just like, this is him with his arms at his side, like this? Sup,
So
John Cena.
Can't see me.
I'd love to meet John Cena. He seems like the chillest, coolest, nicest guy ever, honestly.
Jacked as fuck. Would you try to fight him?
No. How drunk am I?
Are you asking me or?
Both of you.
Oh. It depends on what he did.
He grabbed your nuts and said, "This is mine now, bitch."
Yeah, I'm fighting him.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna lose. I won't. I have no doubt about that. But I'm gonna throw some punches.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm fighting him."
I'd be like, I don't know why.
Quick decision.
Like, I don't know why you want that, John. But
You can try to talk him down.
Mr.
You know,
Cena.
I don't really know why you want that, Mr. Cena, but I mean,
we can talk this
it's
out.
not really yours.
They're kind of attached to me, you know.
And he goes, "It's mine now, bitch."
Like, what do you intend on doing with it? Let's just see what's going on. This might be a nice situation. It has a lot of money, you know. Maybe you can just take care of me or something. I don't know. Let's just
He's
figure out. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
We're gonna hang out and play video games.
Why do you sound like that?
I know. Why does it sound like that?
Because it's creepy for you.
Okay.
Cyclops.
See, this was when I was trying to figure out before we came in here. I was like, who the fuck could play Cyclops? Dude, I don't know, man. I really don't.
So my pick is Tom Hopper, the guy from Umbrella Academy, the guy with the gorilla body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he would be a sick Cyclops.
That could work,
Because
yeah.
he's like leader dude. He's like kind of preppy, but kind of buff.
You know who? I think he might be a little old for the role now, but on that same note, is Armie Hammer
Yeah.
could make a really good Cyclops. But I think he might be a little aged out of that role at this point.
I got one, and I think that this guy could also work for Iceman as well. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I think he'd go either way. I think he's a better Iceman, but we haven't brought him up. Is Zac Efron?
See, I thought Zac Efron would be a good Angel.
Yeah.
And then, so my Iceman I thought would be cool would be Penn Badgley, the guy from You.
See, I haven't seen that yet.
But you've seen the guy.
I've seen the.
He's like
just
a
little
skinny
clip.
brown hair
Yeah.
guy, like kind of fit. You know what I mean? That's what I think Iceman kind of looks like. You know, in his human form.
I think he might be a little aged out, like he said, but I think Josh Hartnett would be an interesting Cyclops. I think it'd just be interesting. He's got the
Maybe.
jawline.
Yeah, he's like kind of jockey too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'd be interesting. I'd like to see
Yeah.
that.
Maybe the hair, just poof it up a little.
Yeah.
Get it thicker instead of that like wiry.
I haven't seen him do
teen
anything in a
star
while, though.
hair. Ugh.
Yeah. Let's do the elephant in the room, man. Let's do Wolverine.
Me.
Yeah, down. You might need a.
I got to bulk up a little bit and get in shape, but me.
You gotta grow some hair, man.
They got things for that.
Oh yeah,
They
that's
could
right.
do whatever that bullshit you said earlier, you fucking douche.
I only see you as like a Professor Xavier type.
How
A
fucking
buff
dare you?
Professor.
Oh, okay.
I see it as like Yamcha.
A bacon loving
A bacon loving.
Professor Xavier.
You know Yamcha from like Dragon Ball Z.
No.
That's
Oh
my
yeah,
man right over
I know.
here.
I know who you're talking
I
about.
don't know, you fucking nerds.
Oh wait, I got more Wolverines, man.
Oh, Wolverines. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But like on a
That's
real
the only
note,
one I don't know. I can't fucking decide.
Oh, I
Wolverine
got
see,
it.
at all.
I got a couple.
I'm torn between now, especially Henry Cavill
Well, you can't do it. He's busy.
or Tom Hardy. Because
Tom
when
Hardy
Tom Hardy
can't.
bulks up, bro,
He could he
Tom
can't,
Hardy can't be Wolverine.
but he
I think
can't.
he's got the height too.
I agree.
Because he's not a super tall guy.
That ship has sailed.
Yep.
You think so?
He's Venom, and
He's
they're going to
Venom.
try
Well,
to.
okay,
they're
yeah,
gonna-
but I'm saying
yeah.
if we're just thinking like what I want,
That okay? I get
Okay,
it.
yeah, for sure. Then yeah,
Yeah.
I
Dream
think-
Team.
yeah.
Kid Harington.
See, I always thought Kit Harington would be all right too, but it's like there's also a line.
He'd have to really fucking like
It can happen, dude. Have you seen that Camille? What's his name?
Nanjiani.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
it
he
can
got
happen.
stupid
Oh, dude,
jacked.
It can
he
happen.
is super jacked.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. But Kit Harington's is a ripped guy. But in my mind,
He'd have to bulk.
he's got
Yeah.
to bulk. He's got to put on some mass.
Yeah.
He can do it.
I mean, I could see him fucking, bulking up and then putting a cigar in his mouth and putting on a cowboy hat, and it's like already kind of works, you know?
Yeah.
what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Daniel Radcliffe. I think he'd be really good. He's a good actor. He's a very good actor. And he commits so much to a role. He would go crazy with that role because he's just a good actor. He's a professional.
Right.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I would like to see somebody really look into source material, really get into who Logan is, especially being a short guy, and just knowing that he has that short man syndrome, and that's where a lot of his anger and a lot of his rage comes from. It'd be really interesting.
I mean, those are big shoes to fill, you know?
It is. I mean, and Hugh Jackman's done his version of Wolverine, and
Right.
that's great. And it's a great version of Wolverine. I'm not talking shit on that, but I want to see the literary version, the comic book version. That's more interesting to me. You know?
I want to see Colossus pick him up and throw him
I want to
and
see
it look not real stupid.
Yeah, and I want to see the whole love triangle with Jean and
Right.
And not like some pussyfoot around it and just tiptoe around. I want to see it for real across multiple movies. You know, I want it to like be like, damn, she really does Wolverine and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I want to see Cyclops punch him out and be like,
That's
I don't like you, Wolverine, but I will beat your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like,
but you are on my team.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's like, fuck you, Scott. I'll fuck, make you suck my dick. Chop your arms off. Jerk me off.
And say bub.
Yeah,
God,
bub.
For the love of God, say bub a
Yeah.
lot.
Or
Say it a
in
lot.
the cartoon, he was always just trying to swear, but he couldn't. He's PG-13. He's like, you egg sucker. Get back here, you egg sucker. you piece of gutter trash.
I think that Daniel Radcliffe would really buy into that. Also, Scott Conn is another one. He's a little older. So
You
I don't know.
know, Clint Eastwood's son. What's his name?
Scott.
Eastwood.
Yeah.
I think he's only been in like drama, like love movies, right? Or
Cool.
something like that.
No, I'm down with that.
But Clint Eastwood, whenever he was young, that's the Wolverine. I've always been like, that's it.
Again, but he's too tall for my taste.
Who?
Yeah,
Scott Eastwood.
How tall is he?
I don't know.
he's over 5'9", which I think would be the tallest. I'd want my Wolverine 5'9".
That's true.
I'd want him to be
That's
shorter
true.
than that, honestly.
How tall was Clint Eastwood?
He's like 6'2". He's like, right? 6
Never
foot.
mind. Fuck that.
You go, because I got a couple over here. But
As far as CGI characters, most likely Beast. I was thinking Zachary Quinto can be Beast.
yeah. I
So
like
wait,
that.
fully CGI but voiced,
Yeah,
Right, but well,
in motion,
I guess
mocap maybe.
unless they
like Thanos level mocap.
do like parts where he's not in the blue furry form. You know what I mean?
I never liked that version.
What?
I want him blue all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are cases of him looking human.
I like it
But-
whenever
Fuck that.
it shows flashbacks of him looking human and him having to grapple. I don't know. I like real complex like characters like that to where he remembers back and like there'll be flashbacks of him being human and stuff. And like that's why he's working on the cure and this and that. Honestly, that'd be a good premise of the story is him trying to work on the cure. I mean, they already did that, but still, I still think it's a,
They
him.
changed it up.
Yeah.
It's not none of the stuff that they did, even though it resembled real comic book stories, is like even worth like bringing up like it actually happened. You know what I mean? We
True.
could just throw all that material away, do something that's more like the real story, and I don't think anybody would care.
True. We should do more like the real story because
Yes.
those are good stories.
Yes, those are really.
It just takes time to tell them. That's the thing.
And since the reboot of X-Men in the comic book series that's happening right now, X-Men comics are back at the top. Like they are selling a third of like most comics sold right now or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was said 2 out of every 3 Marvel. What are you looking at?
I was burping.
Is there a ghost or something
No,
behind me?
I was
Fuck.
burping. I was trying not to be rude
Anyways,
and burping their mic, man.
Anyways, 2 out of 3 Marvel comics every week since the dawn of X, where they rebooted the X-Men, has been X-Men comics. So we're already like,
We're gonna see
X-Men
it sooner.
are back. Let's fucking see it. You know,
We're gonna
So-
see it sooner than we think. I think, or more than we thought.
Right.
I just think that the demand is there, and they're like, we're gonna have to do this. The fans want to see it. We got to give them what they want, or they'll revolt. We will.
It just
I won't. But
the reason I picked Zachary Quinto because like fucking that Spock, hearing
Yeah.
him be Spock reminds me of Beast, like in the cartoon.
my favorite.
you know what I mean? Like
my favorite Zachary Quinto character by far, hands down, is Sylar though.
Siler. was
Oh man,
badass.
I want to rewatch Heroes from the beginning. That was such a good.
Heroes was.
I think
Season
another
1 was dope.
Granted, he's already somebody else in the MCU at the moment, but I think
Who?
a good pick would have been Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Again, as the
that's
voice,
True. Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Okay, this is old. She's too old for it now. I thought this forever. I think she'd be awesome. Jean Grey is Gina Davis. I think she'd be fucking awesome. Jean Grey in her prime. In her prime,
Maybe.
dude. If
I
you,
don't know.
I'm telling you, the
She's got
girl.
big ass lips. You know what I mean?
What was that fucking movie that I liked with her and Samuel L? Long Kiss Goodnight.
Long
Yeah.
Kiss Goodnight. Great
Yeah,
fucking
that was-
movie.
Great
Love
movie.
that movie. If she was like that as Jean Grey, top notch.
I think her features are a little too exaggerated for
No
Jean
way.
Grey.
She's
Jean
awesome.
Grey's like girl next door, but she's a badass.
Yeah, it's Gina Davis. That's my girl. I got
Anyways,
I've got a
Fuck out of here.
What's wrong with Mandy Moore, dude? She's hot.
Anyways, my pick is Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. She was Ingrid. Remember? Jon
Are you
Snow's.
just going off of redheads?
I mean, yeah, she was. I mean, but she.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like she is pretty, but she also looks tough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Jean Grey is definitely a badass. Like that's one thing they've never fucking. It's like they made her look like a bitch in all those movies because she couldn't control the Phoenix. The Phoenix is another being. You know what I mean? And she was she was so badass that the Phoenix wanted her. You know what I mean? That's the way the game plays. You know what I mean?
I don't know why they make
like,
her so weak all the time.
I don't know.
Like, why? She's a strong woman, man. Let her be her.
Yeah. Oh, Storm.
The girl from Us. What's that girl's name from Us? She was a very good actress.
Lupita Nyong'o?
She is in the MCU.
Yeah, she's already in the. She was in Black Panther.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
Dipshit.
Yeah, dipshit.
Okay.
Everyone in that movie was from Black Panther. I mean, not being racist. I was like,
You're not wrong.
like I was casting also, and I started thinking, and I was like, because I just watched Us. And I thought some of those things, and I was like, they're both in Black Panther. What the fuck am I thinking?
Yeah, Winston Duke and her are both in it.
Yeah.
How about this? Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. That's my choice.
There you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Next on my list.
She would have to fucking pump some iron though.
She's real thin.
She is very thin.
See, that's what I want to. I like seeing buff chicks, man, being superheroes. I don't want to see some scrawny girl.
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm a fat dude, and if somebody cast me as that, I'd be like excited to go to the gym and somebody tell me what to eat. You know what I mean? Like, yo, get this gone, dude.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Pay
I'm
me
just
to
a
go to the
normal
gym.
Even fucking
Come on.
Star Lord?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even
You got
Chris.
jacked.
Is it Chris?
Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt. But you know, it's funny that part 2, I feel like he wasn't working out as much.
Well, I think they told him to.
Told him to not work out as
Yeah.
much. Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's supposed to be kind of bumbly.
And then Rocket makes fun of him. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's how that works. Like at Marvel, they're just like, "Hey, you don't have to work out. Why? Because we wrote this joke.
We're gonna make fun of you."
Yeah, one joke for Rocket, telling him he's fat.
He's like, "Hell yeah, cheeseburgers, here I come."
I don't know why. I'm just thinking about that. I like when Drax is like, you're getting little, and he's like, and he.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know why anyone gets butthurt about that. Like, that's seriously real life. You're friends with people, you fucking give them a little shit.
That's what I was thinking, because like I heard this stuff about people were getting upset, making fun of Thor for being fat. Like, that's fat shaming. I'm like,
no, I mean, honestly, they're telling the story of how he's like coming out of that.
Yeah.
And everybody could pull themselves out of that.
I mean,
You know what
maybe
Like,
maybe he likes being fat. Maybe he stays fat.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the fact is that he wasn't fat before, and he wasn't doing the things he used to.
and he felt a certain way, and he overcame it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fight.
That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. Fucking sensitive ass people.
I know. It's funny as hell too.
So hear me on this one. I know he's probably a big star now, and he's pretty expensive, but Robert Pattinson as a Gambit.
Yeah.
Think that would work?
That would work, actually.
I still like
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. I'm still down with that.
Right. But just imagine, he's like kind of a ladies' man. Put him in that fucking suit. Just put some cigarettes in his mouth. Have his hair in his face and shit. To where he's like, oh, mon frere, fucking shit. Rogue. Rogue, come on, sit in daddy's lap.
I don't think they could do this, or they would, but I really liked Anna Paquin as Rogue. I think she'd still make a good Rogue.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think the directing was bad. I don't think I think she was fine. I think she's kind of a better actress since then as well.
Well, we're gonna move on to that, but
Okay.
who do you have for a Gambit?
Channing Tatum and Robert Pattinson, honestly.
Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum works, but it's more of like a.
The thing is, he
Sports
wants,
bro.
but he wants the role though, and he's not a bad actor.
That's true.
He's not. And if somebody wants a role,
I think could make a good Gambit that we talked about earlier is Scott Eastwood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that would work.
Because as you were talking about Robert Pattinson, I just pictured his face in the whatever
Right.
fucking mask thing that Gambit wears.
Yeah. I always thought that one. So, what's the dude? Do you remember that movie, The Rules of Attraction?
Yeah.
You know the gay dude in that movie?
Shit. No. Yes, but
I always thought he would look like.
thought you were talking about the beak. I'm like,
No,
Like,
not,
how do you know
not
that?
James Vanderbeek.
yeah.
Those are like old. Those are old. We could definitely cast James Vanderbeek in an X-Men movie.
Cyclops.
No, he would have to be like Angel or some shit.
He'd be a way better Angel.
Yeah,
He's just a little old.
he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking about though.
What about Jubilee?
Jubilee. I was thinking Aquafina.
Yeah, I mean that sucks though because that's like the only Asian actress I know.
Well,
that's that
also
age.
my other choice was Ellen Wong, the guy who, or the the girl who plays Knives Chow.
Yeah, but she's not really an actress anymore, is she?
I don't know.
She'd be awesome. That's
Knives
who,
Chow?
I'd rather have Knives Chow as Jubilee than Aquafina, honestly. But I don't know if Ellen Wong's still acting.
Well,
Hey, if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, Ellen Wong, we
I
miss
mean-
you. We want you. Hashtag Ellen Wong.
but also Jubilee isn't the my top priority in casting.
Well, why not?
because
You don't wanna-
because okay, man, we're really buckling down on this casting for whiny teen who can never fend for herself.
That's part of the subplot.
And you know what? They always said that she was an Omega level mutant if she learned to use her powers.
No way. There's no way. Her little firework sparklers that she
Maybe they
shoots?
didn't say she was Omega. Maybe they said she was like supposed to be top though, top tier right before Omega.
I need to
or
look
something.
that up. I don't know. I mean, if
But
it is,
was
that's
just
kind
like,
of interesting.
What?
I don't know how to do this.
Excuse me, Marvel. I don't think so.
What just happened? Don't you ever do that again.
I think he's making fun of Asians.
I think that you should suck it, Mikey. Yeah, 3 times 4 is
That's
the
it.
square root of fuck
I'm coming
off,
to get you.
Mikey. Bishop.
I know.
You know who I picked?
Who?
John Boyega.
He already said he didn't want anything to do with MCU.
Why?
He just, it's. I think with Star Wars, he had enough with the fanboyism. He's a professional actor. He likes to be that.
Yeah.
And I think he wants to just do. He's actually he's producing like a bunch of movies set in Africa, directed by Africans and all that stuff. Like he's doing a lot of that stuff.
That's cool.
On Netflix, I think. I just read that the other day, which is good for him. I mean, that's more what he wants to do. And he did his big debut in a blockbuster, and now he just wants to focus on what he wants to do. It's
Right.
good for him. But I think the guy that played Cyborg,
Yeah. To play Bishop?
yeah,
That's all right.
he's a little young, but
There's just no one that really, aside from Idris Elba,
but you can't do that because
there's no one else that really screams
Dude.
Bishop.
I know. I kind of was mad whenever I saw him as Heimdall. I really was. Not that I think he was bad. I was just
Yeah.
like, dude, that was my Bishop. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
God,
I
he'd
mean,
be so
even,
good.
I think I read an article saying even he said that. And he was already playing Heimdall, and he was like, I'd be a badass Bishop.
He really would. He'd be
Yeah.
such a sick
Fucking
Bishop.
love Idris Elba.
So
He's
do
just
I.
stoked, dude.
Up
you see
there
him
is
on
one of
Hot
my
Ones?
all-time favorites.
Rogue. So now we're going to Rogue. So I thought, and this sounds dumb, but I kind of thought the chick that plays Daenerys could play a cool Rogue. Because she's like little petite girl, put that big hair on her. Okay, Psylocke.
Olivia Munn.
What's her name?
She was a
The
good
chick from
Psylocke.
Wayne's World.
Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera. No, but just kidding. But back in the day.
Olivia Munn was a good casting. She was wasted in that movie because she really committed. She was a
Yeah,
fan.
she really did commit. That's what. Yeah, that bums me out because she
Yeah.
was like,
And she sucked.
and like
And it wasn't her problem. I think it was
Right.
just a shit script.
definitely
and
was.
shit everything. I mean, she did
That
what she
movie
had to
was
do. She did her
bad.
best.
She was just there to sell toys, even though they didn't have a contract to sell toys for those movies.
And
That's what it seemed like. They
I
were like,
guarantee you, those.
make a movie where someone shows up for no reason because they're a character. Yeah. And then it's like, there's nothing underneath that. You just
I
literally
love
use
that.
their
That
face.
I do love that she fought to get the costume nailed and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
for no reason though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
How
That
much
movie
of that
was
was on the
garbage.
cutting room floor, though? Like, how much of her performance was like they didn't use because it didn't fit with the full narrative of this dumbass movie that didn't make any goddamn sense anyway?
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're so rough. Those movies are
I know.
so rough.
You know what sucks about that is I had been waiting probably my whole life
Yeah.
to see Apocalypse
Yeah.
in a movie, and
Yeah.
it fucking sucked.
It was horrible.
That's why we're getting excited, guys. We're
And
casting these movies.
and the preview even made it look so good. Like I was
Yeah.
watching the preview, I'm like, okay, it looks pretty good. I don't know. I don't
like
want to
the
get too
first
excited.
5 minutes were pretty good. Like they're in Egypt, and then
Yeah.
all those mutants are protecting Apocalypse, and some shit's going down. You're like, whoa, this might be good. and then the rest
and then
of the
it didn't.
movie
It didn't get
was
good.
just a poo dropping out of a butt.
Yep. Anyway,
Who could play Sabertooth?
Sabertooth. Dang.
I know the movie was shit, but I really liked Liev Schreiber.
I did too. I really did.
I thought he
think
was. I
good.
thought he was great,
Yeah.
but that movie was trash.
Yep.
Real fucking bad.
So bad.
Trying to think. Well, I guess it would depend on who you've casted as Wolverine because it's got to be around that same age. You know what I mean? They've got to be contemporaries. Like you
Jason Momoa.
can't. He would be good, but I don't know, man. He hams it up too much.
He does, but what if we kept him just like
I
no
say that.
ad-libbing?
I say that, but he was like pretty straight with Khal Drogo.
That's true.
Did you see that movie? that
he
show
got more.
C?
He got more ham after
seen
that.
that.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
that's what made him ham.
For real, yeah. Just go back to Khal Drogo and you got it, my man. You know, just be that intense all the time.
Right.
Like Sabertooth is that intense. He's just really upset about Wolverine for some reason.
Okay. Who else we got on this list? On mine, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Kitty Pryde.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yep.
I think this is random, but the Executioner was always one of my favorite villains,
Right.
and
I know one. We've talked about it.
Yeah,
One has like special
villains for no
Bullshit.
reason. They're just like minor villains.
Executioner's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think you're gonna laugh, but I think Gary Sinise would be so good in that role.
Okay.
I really do. I don't know why. I just think that he could really pull off a really good.
Masked.
Yeah,
character.
exactly. Obviously, like you'd pull the mask off at the end, but I mean, he's supposed to be like an XTI operative and shit like that, isn't he? Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I think Gary Sinise would like be like a really good grizzled. He's got all this technology augmenting his strength and his speed, so you don't know that until the end when they unmask him. It's fucking Gary Sinise. Like, what the fuck, dude? Get out of
It's
here, Gary
basically just
Sinise.
Gary Sinise's head CGI'd onto somebody else's massive body.
Well, no,
to make it
like
work.
the body's gonna have like because he's got like a special suit
Right.
that gives him like pretty much mutant powers. You know, not really like superpowers, but he can like have super strength, and he has like this weapon that shoots out like the same stuff that Bishop does, right?
I don't remember.
Man, it's been so long, I really don't remember, but yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Speaking of villains, one of my personal favorites, Mr. Sinister. Who could play Mr. Sinister? You know what? I'm going to drop him again, but Benedict Cumberbatch would make a great Mr. Sinister.
I'd say the guy that played the bad guy in that movie.
Or,
What about the dude?
oh shit, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen would be really good, Mr. Sinister. It sucks.
What
that
about John Hamm?
Okay, he's got the height.
I like John Hamm too much. I don't want to see him be a bad guy.
Dude, he
What?
was a pretty bad dude in fucking Baby Driver.
Yeah.
He was
I
fucking
almost
awesome
watched
in
that
that
today.
role.
I haven't seen it, man. I almost watched
Dude,
it
it's
today.
so fucking
Ended
good.
up playing the Division because that's such a good game, but whatever.
Man, the day that we see Sinister in a movie.
Please don't
Lose
fuck it
my
up like
damn
that, because like that's another one. Because Mr. Sinister has always been
You know
like
what,
my
though?
top X-Men villain.
Seeing him, like he was Don Draper, right? Mad Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
I want somebody that's like tall and not necessarily like cock
Jacked.
diesel jacked, but like
You could
Fit.
tell
fits.
he's
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he could do some damage.
So like John Hamm, I think would fit for that too, or like a Benedict Cumberbatch, or like you were saying earlier, another one would be Zachary Quinto would make it really good.
That's true. Zachary Quinto though is like an all-star. He could play any position.
Yeah, he's just the X-Men.
How about Omega Red?
Who could play Omega Red?
Yeah.
That's hard because he's like
White, like
he's like
all CG.
he's a CG character kind of.
You think
or
so?
At least a lots of makeup character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, lots of makeup for sure.
Who was it that played Apocalypse? Let's just get him in there again to play a fucking heavily.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I keep getting fucked out of all these roles.
If he
I'm
could-
wearing makeup.
If he could act good, Triple H.
Yes.
Oh shit! Triple H as
Oh
Omega
my
Red.
God.
That is amazing,
Yes.
dude.
You just blew my mind. That'd be
that's
awesome.
sick.
Just
That's like
CG like a
him.
good, just CG a good actor.
Just like
onto him.
his look from Blade Trinity.
Oh, that was
Essentially,
so bad.
yeah, it was.
So bad.
He was garbage in that fucking movie.
And I love Blade. I like the new Blade they got. It was the same guy that was he was the bad guy in Daredevil.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Forget his name, but he's a good
I can't remember
actor.
his name. He's great. Yeah, I'm really stoked
I'm excited
They
for
could.
that.
He could still. They're not using Luke Cage. I don't think for the MCU.
He
stuff.
could be Bishop then. That guy'd be
Oh
a good
shit,
Bishop.
Michael Coulter would make a great bishop. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can put a wig on him.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would look.
Well, you could put
Dreadlocks.
dreadlocks on him, like his corn rose.
What was the sister's name?
Yeah, or the fucking
The
mullet,
Mohawk. Yeah, the Mohawk
the
mullet.
'90s mullet.
What was the sister's name? I forget her name.
Shard,
Yeah.
Shart.
Shart.
Was it really Shart?
No, it's Shard with a
like-
D.
Why'd they call her Shart? It's a really bad idea.
it was
My sister
before.
Shart.
Excuse me.
She was pretty cool.
I think you know what? Michael Coulter would fucking work if you
As
can't
Bishop.
get Idris Elba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think should play Mystique?
Ooh.
Fuck that shit. She better not be in this goddamn movie at all. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
If I see Mystique, I'm gonna be
like,
so fucking pissed. She's out.
know what?
She's
No,
done.
If I see Mystique and she's only a side character and a subplot, I'll fucking appreciate the shit out of that.
I don't even
because
want to
she is
give them an
not-
option, dude.
Well, Mystique's just known for like doing sneaky shit all the time.
If they, like,
you see her
mention-
like twice in a comic and she's like putting something in her pocket, and then they don't talk about it for 3 issues. You know what I mean? Like,
If they mention that she's Rogue's mom, I'm cool with that. Other than that, back the fuck off.
well, did you know that Rogue is supposed to make a debut as a villain
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in the next Captain Marvel?
So excited. It's gonna be so badass. So, you know what that tells me? That tells me they're jump starting this shit like today. That means like, okay, we're gonna rewrite this stuff right now.
If fucking Kevin Feige is the nerd that I think he is, this
There's a-
shit's gonna he's gonna
Oh
set
my
this shit up, dog.
Phase 4 is gonna be so sick.
Yeah.
They might have just rewrote the whole fucking thing. Honestly.
I was looking at your figures again, and this one right here next to, is that Magik? That's
Yeah.
Colossus' sister, right?
Yeah.
Isn't she basically supposed to be Anya Taylor-Joy in the New Mutants? Isn't that the character
Yeah,
that she's
that's
basically
Magik.
playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a perfect casting, by the way.
It is, but that's what scares me is that casting her alone, and then maybe what's her name from Game of Thrones as
Maisie Williams or whatever?
Wolfsbane. Yeah,
Yeah.
her as Wolfsbane. Those two are like perfect. Like,
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, they nailed it. Like I hope that for some reason ends up in the MCU. You know what I mean? If it's a good movie, if it sucks,
It looks
cut
cool,
we'll cut our losses.
but man, it's been pushed back so fucking
I know they
much.
did again.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Yep.
Corona watch.
I've watched how many times it got pushed back. I was like, holy fuck, this movie was supposed to come out like 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
They're starting to just like they put out a bunch of content early for because they expect everybody to just stay home and shit on Disney Plus. Like they moved. I think Star Wars came out today. It was supposed to come out like next month or something.
What Star Wars?
The newest one.
What?
Yeah.
I need to go home and watch that shit, man.
I don't know what it's available on. So any honorable mentions aside from those two?
Yeah, I think that Dazzler. I think Miley Cyrus would be a good Dazzler. I think she's a little rated R for Disney right now. I think they might have gone their separate ways and just never gonna talk again.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, Dazzler, no, she wasn't a stripper. Never mind. She was like a lounge singer.
Yeah, she was a singer.
yeah, she was like a superstar, wasn't she?
Yes, but everybody after they found out she was a mutant, it was like one of those things. It was like one of the main stories is about how she came out as mutant and humans didn't like it. They're like, yeah, go back to Mutieville, whatever.
It's like whenever like Taylor Swift went to pop, but the opposite, because he was like, yeah, we love you more.
No, it's not like that.
Whoa. What samurai dude? That's Strife, right?
Yeah. No, Strife's not up here.
It's not.
That's Silver Samurai, dog. Silver Samurai.
Silver Samurai. He was in that shitty Wolverine movie, if you can call him that.
Okay, wait a minute. The Wolverine was good. That part was shit.
Well, the Wolverine had good parts.
I think it was good up till that point.
Well,
That's where it lost me.
So one thing,
in my opinion.
So one thing that
Lost me a whole.
I saw this YouTube video,
Train wreck.
and they were talking about how they were like, that movie tricked you for everybody who thought it was good, because like if you compare the comic it was based on, it was Wolverine murdering crowds and crowds of ninjas and then getting to the resolution. And then if you watch the movie, it was crowds of ninjas kicking Wolverine's ass until they got to the resolution.
Fair enough.
So I was like, they could have been killing a bunch of ninjas. That would have made it cooler, like Wolverine does.
I'm glad they finally did that in Logan, right?
Right.
That was so good.
God, it only took their
All the
last
movies.
chance. Yeah.
I took everybody. Like Hugh Jackman's like, I'm gonna retire.
How do those people even have money? Like they're all rich from those garbage movies.
Because we give it to them, Michael.
I was just a kid. I didn't know.
You still watch it today.
Yeah, you went and saw Dark Phoenix.
I didn't pay.
Opening day.
I didn't pay.
So somebody paid.
So
Yeah, somebody paid for you, so you're still feeding into the system.
no, guys, no.
Yep. I hate to be the one to break
I
it
was
to
guilty, man. I was there too.
That movie was so bad.
And you fucking knew it was going to be bad.
I
Yeah.
know. And I wanted to cry when I was in the theater. I wanted to take surveys from everyone that watched. I'd be like, excuse me, miss. Like,
What'd you hate the
It's only
most?
10 minutes in.
They wouldn't ask me anything good. What'd you hate the most about the movie?
Yeah, those are bad movies, man.
What's better, Bees or this movie? Bees. Yeah, I'd rather get stung by bees. So we sucked that bad.
So what Wolverine costume would you like to see?
Orange.
Orange or brown?
Orange and brown. Hands down.
No, man, the yellow one.
Yellow one?
Yellow one all
black,
day.
and blue?
Yep. Yes, sir.
What if they put him in leather?
I'm going to
One
watch
more
it, but I'm
time.
going to talk a lot of shit.
Honestly,
Talk so much shit.
dude, how many people would be bummed out if the first picture they put out was in leather and it was just a big prank?
Got him. April Fools. God, I'd be so fucking mad. I really, like, we've proven that you can put them in their fucking costumes. Just put them in their costumes. Just do it. It's like their costumes are cool. They're iconic for a reason. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like the 60s costumes, they changed them because they were dated. And they changed them to the 90s costumes. And they changed it because they were dated. Put them in their recent costume. They're fucking cool. They're cool costumes.
Well, you got to do their 90s costumes first.
Man, I like the Cyclops with the X on his face. It's cool as shit, dude.
Well, you have to remember, too, that's another exciting part about the whole deal. Is like, you know how many different versions of Captain America suit we got already?
Yeah.
You know how many different versions of Iron Man suit we got? Spider-Man? Think about all the X-Men, dude. You're going to see like different costumes every movie.
It's going to be great.
So dope.
See, you have different costumes in the same damn movie.
And you know what that means on top of that? It's only win-win. They're selling action figures right there. Hey, we changed the costume a little bit. Make some money. Make some money.
Instead of like whenever they had the Batman ones back in the day, like Batman Underwater Edition. Batman never fucking had an orange and green suit with underwater scuba gear. And I had like 50 different toys of different variations of the same
they
thing.
already changed it all the time. Why don't they just keep with that? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Instead of making Scuba Steve or whatever Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, there's no point. I mean, the comic already has it. Just
Yeah.
stick to the source.
Right.
Know what you're doing.
All right, everybody. That was, that was our version of the X-Men. Hopefully they'll do a better job casting than actually we do.
You know what? Honestly, I don't even care about the casts. You give a good director, good source material. You give these professional actors something to work with, and they'll do you good. I mean, who knows?
I just think, we've always needed someone to care about the script of an X-Men movie. So
And we definitely have that now.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that because they're not gonna fucking put them in leather ass suits that look like, I don't know, they look like gay biker superheroes or something.
And they're not going to sew fucking Deadpool's goddamn mouth shut. Like, what was that? God.
The time is over. And, you know, a lot of people stick up for those old movies, and I think it's real fucking stupid. But they're younger, so I could see how, like, they would probably know nothing about X-Men, and they grew up with those movies only. You know what
It's
I mean?
just nuts, like, how you could defend that trash. Look, I really, like, it boggles my mind.
They're
like,
just ignorant. They don't know about the X-Men. They don't know about the X-Men while they're ignorant.
it could be so much better. We have been cheated. Our childhood's been ruined.
I mean, Kelsey Grammer being cast as Beast is like one of their best decisions.
Yeah, but I mean, it's if you
And that means nothing for the whole franchise.
exactly. I mean, you have decent casting. James Marsden, great, whatever, Cyclops,
Right.
Awesome.
Oh my god, he was such a bitch in that movie.
You ruined him.
Such a bitch.
Ruined that.
Watch that video right here.
You know what though? He's like, I've only seen him in 2 things, really, maybe 3 things, and he's kind of a bitch in everything he's seen him in. Kind of sucks.
I know they cast him as a bitch. He's supposed to be the hero bitch.
Yeah.
That's like what James Marsden is there for.
Sucks,
hero
man.
bitch. Even in Sonic the Hedgehog, he was the hero bitch.
Is that good? I want to see it.
It was all right. I mean, I couldn't tell you how it ended at this point in time.
Good.
I can't remember.
No
I might have
spoilers.
dozed off. But it was one of those movies where you're like, it was good, but
Forgettable.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Like this show.
Hey, press the like button. Subscribe to us. Tell everybody. Tell your mom. Tell whoever. I had a lot of cool interviews that were usually the biggest thing that I like do on this channel, but now they're all canceled because of coronavirus. So you should probably like buy a shirt. My PayPal is ihateghosts@yahoo.com. Buy a shirt. Buy a fucking shirt. Give me money or something, please.
He's poor.
Jesus.
Hail Satan.
See you later, nerds.